My name is Eli, aka Slim. I'm the creator of the game Scattered Nexus. If you're watching the video, it's because you probably asked for me for some more information about my game, and I talk a lot. So if you ask me for information, I just unload a bunch of information, and you might not be interested in most of it. So I wanted to make this video so that you can watch it pretty quickly. You can even just listen. So let me explain a couple things. Scattered Nexus is a battle style card game. Battle style card games are similar to Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, if you've heard of any of those. But you play the game by mixing up 3 comics together and building a deck, and then beating up your opponent. And then whoever beats up their opponent before the opponent beats them up wins. It's pretty easy. I'm going to be having tutorials on how to play online. A key part is that it uses indie comics. I'm an indie comic creator myself, and I'm also a game designer, so I wanted to mix them both together. For this game, I plan on releasing expansions that all have 6 comics in them. I want to do 2 a year until I make a total of 90 comics featured. I want to have 90 total. They cross several genres. There's each comic will be representing 2 genres in different proportions. So the genres are horror, action, slice of life, adventure, superheroes, sci-fi, fantasy, romance, mystery, and tragedy. So if your comic falls into any of those genres, and even if you mix 2 that I don't usually see mixed, I'm looking for you. So I'm looking for a total of 90 comics to fill up this roster over the life of the game. I'm predicting several years. I really like the game. I plan on keeping it going as long as I can. I wanted to explain what I'd be asking for you as a comic creator. For creators, I'm mostly just looking for, I need permission. You have your IP, which just is your intellectual property. You made your story, you've been working on it, and it belongs to you. So I can't use it without you saying so. What we do is we take your comic, as I said, the pages you've already made, and we collect 8 pieces of art from them. That 8 pieces of art include 5 characters, 2 events, like just cool things that happen in your comic, and then 1 location, a location that's important to your plot in some way, one way or the other. And I read your comic. I probably have already read your comic, and I like it. And I create cards based on your narrative, your story, what I think are good things to highlight. I did want to say that you don't need to make any new art for the game. I just use recycled art. If you have art files where you have your comic pages and you remove the word bubbles, that is perfect. If I can get that, that's great. You can make art for the game if you want to, but I'll explain that later. But it's totally not necessary. If you are entered into the game, I said you accept my invitation and you work with me, your comic will be released in an expansion that will have 5 other comics with it. And these comics are usually grouped together based on some type of theme. Like the first set that I'm releasing this week is Scattered Comics. It's Sacramento Comic Con. So it's 6 creators that are all from the Sacramento, California area, and they are all together. I plan on making expansions for a lot of other conventions that I'm gonna be going to and finding out about, but I gotta start somewhere. But I also have expansions for things like just black and white comics, web comics, Oops, No Humans. There's a lot of comics out there that don't have human protagonists. I'm excited about that. So it should be fun. As I said, I believe in inclusivity. I feel like indie comics are for, people who aren't represented in other places. I feel like it's a great place for them to be. So let's see. You might be wondering what you get out of this deal. So I get to feature your comic, get to make my game more even better. So what's in it for you? I do pay the creators. If you're featured in my comic, I pay you. I don't think I'm supposed to tell you online how much I can't do it in this video, but I'll communicate with you. And then I have you sign a non-exclusive limited use contract. All it means is, sorry, talking about contracts, people get scared. All it means is that I only get to use your art for the game. I can't make posters, keychains. No, I'm not doing any of that with it. And you can still partner up with any other company. You can still make contracts with whoever else you want to make it with. That's where the non-exclusive comes in. We're just a side thing. We're just hanging out. Also, the contract lasts 1 year. It's a 1-year contract, and it's a 1 year or 1,000 copies of the game. It's probably going to be a year. We're still very small, starting up. So yeah, you get money, and we advertise for you. Of course, it's in our game, so we are incentivized to talk about how awesome your comic is. So we give you money and publicity, which is the only time you should ever be paid in publicity, is if you are also getting paid with money. So let me tell you what types of comics we're looking for. That's it. If I reached out to you and linked you this video, then I'm looking for your comic. But hey, if you stumbled across this video because someone was like, hey, you should check this out, let me tell you about the comics we're looking for. We're looking for, mostly unique comics. As I said, each one of the comics that we're going to be featuring is going to represent 2 of the genres mixed up. So like all those 9 I had said, every combination of 2 of them. So like horror, romance, yeah, we need that. So we're looking for comics that have unique pairings that we can, we want to get every pairing, every single pairing of those 9, which is why there's 90 of them. So yeah, it's hard, but we're trying to find things that we don't see often. That's kind of the challenge. And we also want to make sure we want to have stories with heart. Stories that you put a lot of work into, that you care about, that mean something to you. We feel like that stuff transfers to the audience, and we want to give that credit. We want to make sure we're advertising for those types of creators. Oh, hey, puppy. Oh, there's a puppy over there that thinks I'm trying to something. Oh, I guess I'm too close, maybe. A couple requirements for the comics. We can't have you featured if you have less than 5 characters. Like, that's the minimum for entering the game. So if you just have a really awesome story about one guy walking places, I'm sure we love it, but unless it's really, really awesome, we're probably going to have to go another route with it. We also ask for at least 100 pages. That's because we come across a lot of creators who are very pumped, very excited, and then they just drop off the comic. They don't actually finish it. So we want to have something we can advertise. So we want to have enough content that we can show off and talk about. Oh, we also want it to be in color if you can. I want to do a black and white expansion later, so there's an asterisk next to that, but just for the cards and presentation, people like color. It's weird. But I mean, hey, if you have black and white and you just color it for the game, I think you can get away with it. I was talking about alt art, making art for the game. We do offer this thing with alt art. Our game's awesome. We completely stand behind that. And if you want to make art for the game specifically, then we set up a deal with creators where we can print out those cards. That's it. You'll have 10 cards to represent your faction. If you make alt art for them, we can print out just those ones with the alt art and send them to you. You can pay the printing cost and get the cards and sell them for whatever you want to sell them for. And it will be exclusive to you. We won't ever sell any of them. But it's like an extra cool thing you can give to your fans or customers, or as promotional material, just to encourage people to get your comic. It also tells people about our game, and they're really cool, actually. I really like having alt art of my comic. I should say I do have a comic in the game, of course. This is the regular art of my cards, and then this is the alt art I made. I made a swimsuit edition, because in my comic there's never a swimsuit chapter. There's never a beach episode, so I wanted to make one for the alt art. But yeah, you can do whatever. But I think that's most of the stuff. I think that's all of it. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to me personally. You can leave a comment on this video. But yeah, hopefully I was thorough. That's all today. please do let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to hearing back from you. Thanks for watching. Bye.